It's just like dwarf, like cave-in happens, dwarf falls in water. I spend like an hour trying to get the dwarf out, and then as I get the dwarf out, another one falls in. Let's just make 10 more wooden pipe sections. So this will probably do us better here. I can't actually tell if there's water appearing here or not, so I'm just going to do this. Make it invisible. Okay, so it is staying pretty shallow. That's what we need. It's actually a body rescuing machine. Okay, yeah, nobody's got this task yet. Okay, well, here's something I can do. I could tell them to build a wall. Well, this dwarf is trying to climb out. Bet you this is great for your, well, actually, it's not really great for your swimming lessons. I think actually probably the real way to do this would be to forbid everything under here, turn off the bottom side, pull the body south is probably the way to do it, because that's kind of what we need here. Okay, so certainly doesn't do that. Well, what I could do is I could do this. I could do a singular small pump. Let's just try to get this out of here. Let's also make it invisible briefly. Maybe it's accessible? I don't know. You're learning over here? I mean, to put it simply, large rivers, very difficult to get items out of. It's not quite large aquifer, like heavy aquifer levels, but it's pretty close, actually. It's like, it's not what I wanted this fort to focus on, but unfortunately I've been distracted for the past ages working on this nonsense. There we go, that's what I needed. Okay, whoa, boy. That wasn't really exactly what I wanted to have happen here. I don't know why I didn't think about that happening that way, but it did. So, Water everywhere, and all the dwarves go burr. You know, I can probably just depower this by deconstructing this. Turn it off for a moment. I mean, bad? No. Very inconvenient, kind of. It's now just a question of which direction are they going to head, because going down in here is fine. There we go. Easy. Okay, well, all right, so now I can finish removing this. Which, like I said, slightly awkward, but it's fine. Built that. Now let's see. Oh shit, did we get it? Wow, we got it out somehow. I have no idea how we got it out, but the body's out. Party's over, chat. We did it. There should be great rejoicing now. This is where you all jump up and down and say, oh my god, streamer, you're so great at this video game. Something we did at Reddit? Is we did at Reddit still a thing? Like, do people still unironically say that? Chat, didn't I have 55 dwarves a minute ago? You know what? I'm going to leave these structures on the edge of them, and then at some point I should do something with these structures. But I'm not actually going to remove the floors or the walls or anything. I'm just going to remove the pumps and move them. So, Kashmir died. Kashmir was my manager and bookkeeper. But the question is, where was Kashmir's tomb? Because I, will be honest, can't remember. It's just like, dwarf, like, cave-in happens, dwarf falls in water, I spend like an hour trying to get the dwarf out, and then as I get the dwarf out, another one falls in. Like, that needs to be a YouTube highlight, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, except I need to use a different tool for this. Oh. A force of dark vileness has arrived, and I don't see them. And they disappeared. Oh, wow. Wait, what? It's not you. Oh, I see. It's... it was this dwarf saw the Snatcher, who's this guy. Okay, well, you do have 2 bags. And we tell the dwarves to go kill the goblin, and, well, they killed the goblin. I'm gonna go put my dishes in the sink. Hold on a second, chat. All right, so this side's on now, so it's pulling the body up to here. And then I'm gonna dig up to here and up to here. So now I need to stop the water from flowing in. Prod's luck with a 20-foot pole. I mean, I like how they climb out. Like, they refuse to just walk out. They insist on climbing out. Well, at least they were able to get it into the right place now. Maybe now we can get this body out of here. What? Where did that dwarf come from? Did you guys see where that dwarf came from? Because I certainly didn't. Bleeding and drowning. I have no idea how you got there. He just appeared here while I was staring here. Like, I'm just sitting here staring and boom, dwarf there. Oh, that's not good. Which means my dwarf should be getting up here pretty soon. Oh, there is a singular dwarf shinobi here with a sword who just killed a goblin thief and they stabbed it in the head with a steel sword and the injured part was cloven asunder. Here's hoping they group up. And oh, wow, I did lose the leader of this. Right, throw somebody else in here. Okay, so my dwarves are very well armed, as you can see. We're gonna send them up, and because all of them still have both arms, which means they are very armed, the armed dwarves are gonna run up, and immediately one of them gets tagged by a bolt. Major Tom is bleeding. This is Dwarf control to Major Tom. Please get into melee range so that you don't horribly die horribly. And it seems that Dominok has actually gotten up to the enemy here and has actually slashed the goblin crossbowman in the right lower arm with a steel short sword. Dwarves are jumping towards the enemy, and it's actually great that we're getting attacked here because this means that we have a legitimate opportunity right now to acquire some gear that is slightly less shit than the ones we already have. However, it does appear that they don't really... actually, do you? Okay, no, they do have some stuff that's not terrible. The dwarves just need to get into melee range. The goblins immediately begin falling. The dwarves are moving forward through the goblins at a pretty rapid pace. Dominok here is bleeding because they keep getting hit by bolts. However, when they do get into melee range, the goblins immediately regret their decisions. This goblin here is jumping away, and the militia captain bashed it with a silver warhammer, which actually bruised the muscle through the dog leather boot. Jumped away from another one, and then the wrestler punches the goblin crossbowman in the lower body with his right hand, bruising the muscle and bruising the things, and then bashes it with a hammer, which actually jams the bone through the right wrist's muscle and shattering the right wrist's bone, which is excellent. This goblin is bleeding heavily, and the dwarves continue the fight. I don't see another goblin squad. We have shinobi up here at the front, and the militia captain bashed it, silver warhammer bruising them. And it appears that my dwarves have remained victorious over top of our enemies, and I'm going to tell them to update their goddamn equipment, because they probably need it. Stoneworker was found dead. What? Huh. Gigantic feathered toad nubby shell. Poison vapors. Okay, so I've got several questions. How the fuck did you get in? Well, that's bad. What did you just kill? You just killed Stacked? That's EFT breakout. You should run. Here comes Shinobi. I'm still not sure how it really got in. I'm assuming it did the whole swimming thing. The Swordsdwarf slashes at it, which tore the muscle. So there's suddenly Forgotten Beast blood everywhere. Shinobi is continuing to fight. Slashes it again, continuing to tear the muscle. This time getting it in the neck. Better armed military are arriving. Shinobi is getting injured pretty rapidly, which will be a shame if they die. EFT breakout is dead, which is also a shame. Shinobi is fighting, but could be in a better situation. We also lost Edom, I think, who hasn't shown up as dead yet. Shinobi is now no longer with us. Rest in peace, Shinobi. Insulina is fighting with the creature. And as the rest of the military arrives, they begin fighting it back. I don't know what kind of syndrome this is. This could be a pretty bad one. Oh, boy. Wow. Okay, so hopefully, and let's get some insurance here. Rafs is fighting with the creature. And ceases to be one of the living. I don't actually know what this syndrome is, but this seems pretty bad. Huh. Okay, well, it came back down. Pretty sure that's like all of my squads. Yep, that is in fact most of my squads. Yeah, I think that's the fort, chat. Major Tom fell. This is bad? Yep. Yeah, no, this is the fort, I think. And to be honest with you, I have almost no idea how... I'm assuming it swam in. The creature runs through the fortress. Well, on the bright side... Maybe someone can kill it. Okay, so it's got poison vapors. I don't know what its vapors are doing, but the dwarves seem to do just fine initially, and then they immediately just, like, die. And so... I mean, it's a gigantic feathered toad, so it's not small, it is large. It's a very large creature. But it quite literally is one of those situations where it just seems to be big enough that they either can't get through to it. Oh. Well. Phantasma, Nodokasa, Creed, Diamond Destruct, Cyan Corp, Cave Johnson, Jezza, Red Octobear, Deep Sea Fishing. That's it.